Alright, bro. So this right here is the scheme bag. The scheme bag is a bag full of surprises, and everything in that bag I'm gonna need you to use to help us get lit with. So whatever's in there, go ahead, whip it out. Show us what you're working with, and let us know what we're drinking.
Okay, triple distilled Irish whiskey Jameson. Cinnamon Tizzo's Crunch. The ice cream though, ooh, fire. I think this is cinnamon, our brown sugar, our graham crackers, like crushed graham crackers. And this is creamer, cinnamon classic Cinnabon Delight creamer. Let's get it.
Look, pass that drink, little nigga. I'm supposed to stop, but I can't. Got blue face honeys up in my bank. If it ain't about money, fuck what you think. Look, pass that drink, little nigga. I'm supposed to stop, but I can't. Got blue face honeys up in my bank. If it ain't about money, fuck what you think. Look. We paper chase on the regular, running laps around rap niggas, yeah, we ahead of you. Counterfeit, ain't believing shit that you telling us. Heavy in the hood, these niggas ain't no competitors. We jigging daily, we stacking paper, then flip it. Whip swinging, chain hanging, I'm dripping. Talk crazy, I bet we get the tripping. Couple hitters, just might pop that clipping. From the south to the north.
So I got me some whipped cream, but this look like I need to bust it down with some whipped cream. That's what you was doing, man.
That shit might be
Bust it
fire,
down?
yeah.
Bust down. Alright, bro, before we taste this, you know what I'm saying? What we calling it? You whipped it up, you had the cinnamon toast crunch ice cream, you had the cinnamon delight, whatever this is, Jameson's, some motherfucking graham cracker crumbs. What have you blessed us with today?
Jamie's cinnamon crunch. What? Jamie's cinnamon crunch whip.
Jamie's cinnamon crunch whip.
Yeah.
We got the Jamie cinnamon crunch whip, and we about to hit these and try them one time and let you know what they hitting for. Cheers.
Cheers. That's actually fire. Fuck.
It's a new holiday drink, nigga.
Bruh, this shit is fire.
Y'all niggas ever had coquito?
Bruh, this shit is fire.
I mean the Jamie spin whip, nigga. What the fuck? Jamie crunch spin whip. This shit going crazy.
Jamie's toast crunch.
This hitting, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Damn.
It's like it's liquor in this bitch.
Yeah.
It feels festive.
But it's hella smooth though.
It's hella smooth.
Like,
Feel festive as fuck, bro. I'm fucking with it. We're gonna take these Jamie Toast Crunch, whip them up to the scheme room, and we about to get skimming. Stay tuned. Wow, you did your shit, bro.
that shit was fire.
This shit good. So, like I told you before, this area over here is called the scheme room. You feel me? So, I brought you over to the scheme couch so that we can get over here and talk about a couple of things you got going on in the future and where you want to take your whole brand. You said it's CMC Sloan?
Yes.
Cash Money Creator?
Cash Money Corporation.
Cash Money Corporation Sloan, right?
Yeah.
So, what's the biggest thing you see happening for CMC Sloan?
Shit, more, I want to really stop, I won't say stop trapping, but lean more towards doing more music and more content stuff. Try to get into that more. Be a content creator, or just be somebody that everybody you know, like you said, gravitates towards.
So do you have a project or anything coming out? I know you just dropped your video and song. That what's the name of it?
The song's name is 3 Late, so it's a play of 2 Late.
Okay.
So I put 3 Late because it's like 3 a.m. You know.
Right. Pulling up 3 Late. So I'm overlay, bitch. I'm out here. I'm fly.
Yeah. And then my music video, Stay Hidden.
Stay hidden.
Shot out here.
Okay.
You know, locally. Shout out South San Francisco.
All right. So I know you just put that out. So what would be the next thing? Like a project, some more videos, some more singles.
Yeah. I want to drop a whole mixtape with my cousin who's up and coming too. He goes by Cash Money Corey or Almighty Corey. He's pretty dope too.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do a project with him and we finna go crazy. I also have another person too that I'm trying to collaborate with. I have a partner who's he's my Asian partner and he's touring in Thailand.
Okay.
He's a Thai rapper, but he sounds like Rich Brian.
That's hard. I know Rich Brian.
Yeah.
That's hard. So you trying to do a collab that way? Yeah, that'll get you international.
Hell yeah, that's for sure the goal.
So do you have any plans with your side hustle to take that, any further? I know you were saying like you got your own little thing going on.
Yeah. So I'm always expanding. I'm usually really discreet about how I talk about it too, just because it is kind of like just like a touchy subject.
Right.
I've had a situation where I was gone away from one of my grows one time, and somebody tried to break into my backyard, and luckily, like my I had somebody there to pretty much hold it down.
Right.
But just sticky situations happen. But it just comes and goes with any business. You have to take risk if you're
Right. And when you're expanding a business, then there's a little bit more things that you have to have in order to keep shit like that from happening on a big level.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like just security cameras.
Right.
Just things to deter people, dogs. Like this is just even for your regular homes because nowadays things are just crazy in general. Right. So I have things to deter people, and I try to keep myself pretty safe in California. So
I think earlier I asked you like, did you have any strands? You said you had a strand.
Yeah. So, like sometimes I grow from seed, or sometimes I get clones. And basically, what clones are is like, see this plant right here.
Right.
Like, say you cut this part of the flower off, you could turn it into two plants, because plants have a thing where it's. Once you cut it, it could turn into two different living organisms.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you have any plans to like make your strand a big deal? Like turn it into something, like have people smoking on that whatever pack?
Yeah. So I have a personal special one because I remember. This one time I got probably 1,000 seeds, and the strain is called 9 Pound Hammer.
Okay.
And so, I'll grow that, and usually I'll call it my own little name brand.
Gotcha. But you're not trying to make that like a thing where how Soldier got the Soldier Exotics and motherfuckers smoking and what's that name?
I actually have a business. It's called Buzz Down Exotics.
Okay, for sure.
So we usually have a menu, and usually kind of what I've noticed growing or just being inside of the weed industry is variety really pushes your brand forward. So when you have more than just one strain instead of one special particular strain, I feel like your longevity in the business lasts longer.
Right.
Because people could only smoke so much of the same thing before they're like, bro, they're like, bro, I'm not going to keep on smoking this.
I'm not getting high no more. At a certain point, you know what I'm saying? Like, I fucking went to the club and the lady was like, I was telling her like, yeah, I was smoking some shit that was 30%. My friends came and put me on some shit that was 30%. And she's like, oh yeah, you're all fucked up now, huh? She was like, we got a couple things that are 30%, but other than that, you probably want to get some hash or some wax or some shit and like put it in your blunt. I'm like, oh, yeah, my friends fucked me up. Thank you, Zuzi.
Adaptability is how you survive. Yeah, for sure.
That's it, and that's all.
Like there's a particular time when I was growing a strain called 4G, and nobody knew about it, and it was like Gorilla Glue, Girl Scout cookies, and gelato strain. It was like three strains mixed in one plant, and it was purple, smell fire, look fire, but the percent was only like 15% THC. So
but it's something. Do that even really matter though? The percentage and shit.
Yeah. Cause
sometimes, like, bro, I swear I be smoking on some shit that be 17%, and I'm like, nigga, I'm high.
Yeah, it depends. I feel like it depends on the grower. Like people who grow good weed or grow well, like when you smoke backwoods or anything, your ash comes out white. Like. Because they flushed it and they cleaned it, there's no chemicals in the weed.
Oh, you can tell that by the color of the ash?
Yeah, like, when you start smoking weed a lot and start getting into it, you start noticing particular things with good weed, bad weed, indoor, outdoor. Like, you could always tell.
Right.
Like, just look at it. You could tell people's trim jobs, if they trimmed the weed right or if they did a terrible job.
Do you think that, like, one day CMC Sloan will be, like, incorporating whatever you want to do musically plus whatever you want to do in the cannabis industry?
Yeah, absolutely. Or I'll probably end up selling out because in a minute I feel like weed is going to become legal.
Right.
And when it becomes a legal game, that's when all the big companies are going to come in and try to buy out everybody.
Right.
Who knows how to do this,
Right. I feel like if I was smoking weed in high school, like, bro, I would have been a much better student. Like, I wasn't a bad student, you know what I'm saying? But school was harder for me than it should have been. Yeah. You feel me? And I feel like if I was smoking weed, nigga, school wouldn't have been that hard for me. Like, I would have been able to figure out this motherfucking algebra 2, nigga, quicker than I was able to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, bro, like, when I talk to people who want to do anything, right? Yeah. My whole thing is, what's your vision and how big is your vision? When you say you want to rap and do music, what does that mean? Does that mean, like, I want to be able to be an independent artist out here and make a good living off my music on some, like, Larry June type shit? Or do I want to be on some, like, Drake type shit and be massive and make the most money a nigga can make? Like, what are your aspirations and goals? Like, what are you going toward in that realm of shit?
It's crazy. It's almost like I want to keep going. I just want to see how far I could go. Right. Like, it's not even on a, like, I have a specific goal or particular goal. I mean, shit, I'm kind of happy with people just tuning into me right now, you feel me? Yeah. Like, just feeling the love from the small amount of fans, the small amount of circle that I have right now, kind of, I don't know, it kind of keeps me going, you feel me? Right. Because I have people that do hit me up and they're like, yo, I really fuck with your music, like, I'm waiting on your next project, you feel me? Yeah. Like, if I do get to those levels, like I wouldn't mind getting to a little Uzi level off the rip, but if I don't get there, I'm still happy with what I got right now. But yeah. What I wanted to
ask you earlier that I forgot about was you talked about something that I felt was like very important and something that I feel like we as niggas and black people in general could really take and use for our benefit, right?
Yeah.
And that's the power of networking.
Yeah.
And so I know you personally have more, and I think the church helped me with this too, like not being afraid of talking to white people about shit or anybody who's not black.
Yeah.
But like how do you think you developed that skill of networking, and how beneficial would you say it has been for you in your personal development?
I feel like just growing up, I feel like I've always like given everybody that chance to prove to me if they're a good or a bad person, you know, regardless of what other people say.
Right.
You know, other people could say somebody is a bad person, and then I fucking meet that person and, you know, I get completely different vibes, or it could be other people don't really know that person and they're just talking on that person who they don't know. You feel me? I don't know, it's just like even on some good energy thing, it's like, I feel like you said, when you give out good energy, you know, that shit gets returned to you. And even if it doesn't get returned to you immediately at that point in time, like later on in life, something else might happen to bless you, you know. And yeah, I just feel like good deeds and shit, like people always try to portray themselves as, you know, bad people and rebels and shit, and they try to always get girls with the, you know, I'm a bad guy kind of shit. But it's like real people who put in work really don't talk about what they do. You feel me?
Right. So where do you think you learned the whole concept of networking? Like was it something your parents taught you was important? Was it something that you saw on TV? Like, how did you feel like, man, I need to go out here and let people know who I am and understand, and let them know like what I'm bringing?
I feel like because I was always raised in a community where everybody kind of welcomed me, I've always been a welcoming person, and that's always just how I've carried myself, you know.
So to you, it's not even like you networking, you just being Sloan.
Yeah, and usually when you sit down and talk to people usually tell you what they're about and what they do. Like, there are a lot of times where I do meet people and I don't talk a lot, but people tell me, you know, a lot of stuff. And, you know, I sit there and I really listen to people, because it's like, who knows who this person can be. Like, there are so many times where I've met people on tour where, you know, everybody else would either not talk to that person or brush them off to the side. And then next thing you know, they're like producing for Sean Kingston or something. Right. And it's just like, yo, if you're just cool and tapped in and really figured out what that person was about, you know, you don't know what people do. Right. You know?
Right. Earlier when I asked you about your title and shit, you said, you know, I think you more referenced an artist, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to tour manager, right?
Yeah.
From me talking to you this past hour or so, I felt like you've gained a lot and have learned a lot from being a tour manager. Would that be something that you would continue to do in the future?
It was a learning experience, and it was cool, but it wasn't something that I wanted to continue to do for the rest of my life, you know?
Well, what were like some of the difficulties or some of the things that you were like, I'm not fucking with as a tour manager that you had to deal with?
Just, you know, feeling like, it's like I said, it's just that feeling of, I can make music. I want to do.
Gotcha.
Basically, that's what I want to do. It's like dating a girl, and then finding the girl who's really for you while you're dating somebody else. Right. It's like, ooh, like, this is cool, but this girl really fucking rocks, you know, changes my fucking, like, just changes my world, you feel me?
Right.
It's
It
like,
rocks my socks.
yeah. it's like we cool and we can be friends, but you know,
Right.
we can't continue this.
Right, we can't continue this. Yeah, I found other bitches. She be like, oh, you know how she hit it. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I'm like, whoa, you know what? This is it. This is over. This ain't going no further. No, okay, I feel that. It was just interesting talking to you, bro, because, you know, like I said, we knew each other when we were younger, and you know, when you're younger and shit, people always ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? Or like, we think about what we going to be doing in 10 years, what we going to be doing in 5 years, right? Like, my whole thing was like, what type of person is this person going to be?
Yeah.
Like, my whole thing, right? I've always been like, I know what I want to do. I want to be left the fuck alone. What I want to do when I grow up? Be left the fuck alone, right? You know what I'm saying? But so it's like, what type of person do I want to be? That's different.
Yeah.
And I think that when I met you, I was like, damn, this nigga is a good person. And to see that you've grown in professional areas, and to see that you still hold on to the fact that you a good person, bro, I love that, bro. That's what it is. That's key. And that's why I believe you gonna make it. CMC Sloan Enterprises, whatever you want it to be, nigga. Like, you making the proper moves, you got the proper mindset, and I feel like we as niggas can learn from you, bro. So I appreciate you for coming on, bro.
Oh, most def, man. I appreciate being on here. Like I said, I was checking out your channel. I had to hit you up, bro. I was like, you know what? I think, you know, on my journey, like, this will be, like, influential. This will be, like, one of the key moments where people will look back at it, you know?
For sure.
And, you know, it was hella crazy because even I remember when I was doing that music video, my cousin, when I first started doing it, he was kind of opposed to it. He was like, man, like, you shouldn't drop a music video because you don't really have music out like that. And I was like, man, you know, I'm only this age once, and I'm only gonna live at this time and age, you know, at this exact moment. Like, this is only gonna happen once.
Right.
So I might as well try to get everything that I can knocked out.
Right.
Kind of like, you know, it's just that bucket list of check marks.
Right.
You know, I shot a music video in 2021.
Right. No, for sure. Like, you gotta start somewhere. And I think in today's climate in general, bro, video is a great place to start. Cause really, unless your song super slappity slap, we skipping it unless we see a video.
Yeah, in real life.
Cause we want to see videos and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, we as humans, we're visual people.
Right.
Everybody has a 2 pair of eyes.
And more and more, like, more of society's turned into that. I don't think we begat like that. Like, I don't think all humans begat as visual people or learners. But I think as society has gone along and we've been putting visuals in front of people for so long, whether it be a TV screen, a phone screen, a fucking movie screen, a computer screen, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, have you seen, like, some of the kids nowadays? Like some of my cousins' kids, 3-4 years old, they know how to look up YouTube and get on iPads.
Right.
Fucking look up stuff on the internet.
Right.
And I was like, damn, at 3 years old, I was fucking banging Legos on my head.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Definitely not on the fucking computer. You wasn't doing that actually.
Yeah,
Come
like,
on, bro.
what?
That shit, man. We in a new world.
Yeah.
It's a new world, it's a new time. We gotta do new shit.
Yeah.
New ways.
I love it though, for sure.
100. Because like you said, the key to life is adapting.
Yeah.
If you can't adapt, just die. You might as well, because you did.
Yeah.
If you didn't adapt, you got left behind, meaning you died. You know, niggas that die get left behind. If you alive and get left behind, that's worse.
Yeah. I'd rather be put in a history book. They're gonna be like, yep.
Right, for real, on some real shit. But before we get up out of here, man, you got any last words of wisdoms you want to give to the folks, to the kids, to the grandparents, to the folks out, to the people in general? Any last words to the people, man? What would you
Whatever
like
you
to
love
say?
to do, pursue your dreams and pursue your careers. Not everybody is gonna work for themselves, but I implore everybody to work for themselves and try to find their own way. Straight up. And this is CMC Sloan. Check me out, alright, on Instagram.
Hey, that's my nigga. He great at this shit, man. You know what he doing, bro. You coming and you going a long way, my nigga. I appreciate you for pulling up to the tavern, nigga. It's been great.